Well, friends, this is not how I wanted to come to you with this garage update. Like, and what is that? Okay, let me look. So everything basically fell apart with the garage and we've put it all back together again. I think it's gonna be okay. Tell me that it'll be okay. We've had a lot of snow in Virginia, more than we've had in several years. And let me give you the weather report before we jump into this garage update, that it's actually not too bad this evening because there's no wind. Yesterday it was like 18 and it felt like 7. So just out here, hey, and we got this at the thrift store. I've been loving this little wrap. So now that we have talked about my wrap and the weather, I'll jump into the garage video. If I would have filmed this last week, I might have cried. But this week, I'm a little brighter about it. So anyway, long story short, or as Kimberly on the Wad says, short story long. Last week, I was in Utah doing my little work thing, got a message from our builder man that he was not going to be able to do our job. And that was really disappointing. Not his fault. He had actually tried maybe 2 weeks before. He was just offering like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I have this list of things here, you know, these 5 things here that are falling apart. And so we were really encouraging with him. We just said, you know what? You do have a lot going on. You know, there was some sickness and some vehicle breaking down and some helpers that it was hard to keep and just different things. And so we said, you know what? We're here. We really don't have a time pressure. I mean, the plumbing folks are waiting and they can continue to wait. And the gas line folks that are going to do the stove, I mean, whenever we're ready, they will be there. And even Travis with doing the electrical. I mean, we're making this up as we go. So we just told him, no problem, friend. If you need extra time, you get all your other stuff straight. And then when you're ready, let's do this. Let's go. So then last week I heard back from him and he had just made the decision. He was like, look, I tried and it's just, things are not coming together and I would like to just go ahead and step out of this. And he gave us our money back and we agreed and yada, 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 you know, all the technical details involved. But the sad thing is, like, you know, it's really hard. It was hard to find him in the first place. He's the same gentleman who did a wonderful job on our 3rd bathroom this summer. Just other companies I had talked to about this garage could not start until like end of the summer or next fall. The big building companies in our area have a ton of work and they just don't have no time for us right now. And then so what happened to this particular builder that we have worked with is his biggest problem right now, he says, is he can't keep his helpers. And so he might have help 2 days a week, he might not. He's had some other jobs he's gotten tangled up on with helpers not being consistent, and he's concerned about taking on a big job, big project like this, and then just everything falling apart. So again, like, that's okay, but I just wanted to share with you, when I got that last week, I was like, that is a bummer. Bummer, because I've bought all the kitchen stuff and I have to have someone put it all together. And the reason I jumped out and bought so much for this kitchen project is, as you know, and you keep hearing about, and I keep hearing about, so many things are back ordered. A gentleman that works at Lowe's the other day told us that the doors that he ordered last June, he just got first week of January. So, you know, things are just, people are dealing with stuff all around. So I wanted to go ahead and get our things ordered so that we would have them. And what has been happening, I have not gone down like the itemized list, but by the phone calls I'm receiving from Lowe's, a lot of our things have come in. Like our refrigerator came in really quick, and that was a big commercial refrigerator. I thought that thing, you know, we might see it by summer. Most of the cabinets are in. There's still one more section of cabinets that they had to source, and I need to go in and pay them for those, and we need to get those ordered. But anyway, like the flooring's in, lots of stuff is in, which is surprising and great. But if I don't have a builder, that's where last week things were falling apart and we just weren't sure. So like all things, I prayed, Jesus help me. I pray, Lord, that there is a builder out there somewhere who would like to come and do our kitchen, and please help us find them. And then I have one of my very good long-time best friends. I think I've known her since I was 14. She knows everybody in these here parts, and she gave me the name and number of a friend and neighbor of hers, and he went ahead and came out, and a few days ago we went through the whole project with him. Now what's nice is our first builder fellow was on this journey with us, and he came over and we talked out a lot of things, and you know, Travis worked on the drawings, and they just hashed a lot of the details out. And so now with this new gentleman that came out, a big update, you know, we have all the plans, we had all the permits right there in Travis's folder. We're just ready to go. And so like with these boards that are here and with this insulation, builder number 1 had dropped these off 2 weeks ago when he was taking his time because he needed extra time, but he was still dropping materials and stuff off. So what we did with him is whenever he gave us the contract payment that we gave him back, we told him to take out the amount of these supplies, because just again, like I don't know if it's going to be boards or pink insulation next. We need it anyway. So he left those. We settled up the difference there. So new gentleman, one of the first things I asked him was, do you have help? Do you have help these days? And he said he has 3 full-time people and 4 part-time people, and one of those he needs to make full-time. And I said, glory hallelujah, would you like to do my kitchen? So him and his folks are doing the kitchen, at least phase 1, because we have this broken down into phases. And again, since so much is lined up, and Travis and I went the other day and got, because this builder number 1 was going to get the replacement windows and the windows for the front, and the French door set and all that. He had not gotten those yet. And so we went, and that's where I talked to the Lowe's worker who told me his doors he waited on until January. We got those. We just tried to get as many of the things that he will need. And so at the end of phase 1, which he is starting tomorrow, and that's why I was like, I better get out in that garage and film an update video and let you all know how things were falling apart, and now I think they're falling back together. I think we're gonna be okay. But still, part of my thought process last week was also like, man, if we can't find anybody, I'm gonna have to start like sending stuff back. Really, because I don't want stuff to sit for 6 months, or I mean who knows how long, and basically have paid for a new kitchen without the kitchen. And I was sad because I feel like I'm in this kitchen already, like I'm living in it as I see it in my head, and so I'd like the kitchen to be here if possible. So new builder man is starting tomorrow, and they think that phase 1, which is going to be the vapor barrier on the floor and the floor joist, and what else is it? The replacement windows, framing out what's here in front of me that you can't see, but where the garage doors were, getting those windows in, that French door set, getting our back door straight, and I think there's some other things that I'm not listing. Basically getting it all ready for then right after he's done, the plumbers will come and they will do their plumbing things. And then Travis is continuing to work through electrical things. And then we'll be ready to roll into phase 2. Now our family, within all that, we have a trip and some other stuff coming up, so there will also be a pause. But again, like we're on our own timetable. This isn't a pressure as long as we have some folks to do it. It would be a pressure without that. So another thing, because things have been coming from Lowe's, and since he's going to start working in here, and once the floor joists are in, we will be using our back French doors. We won't be coming in and out of here. We'll be able to store things in here like right now. With the snows, I've got some kids' clothes over there and some random boots. These odds and ends will have to fully be out of here. So also a few days ago, we rented one of those pods storage units. It's here looking at me. I'm gonna show it to you. And some of the things that we've had delivered, like the windows and the doors, are in there. Also, who knew? So I ordered my 60-inch custom hood that I wanted, big, beautiful thing, and it came already. So it's in there. So anyway, I've been surprised and thankful for the items that have been coming. And I think now we'll be back on track and get this ball a rolling so I can show you some update videos with some more happening. But right now, let me show you what's happening in this pod unit. Okay, and I actually haven't looked in here. Let's see if I can get it open since the other day. Okay, so yes, that is our new 9-foot table that's going to go with our other 9-foot table and do some chopping, do some math, and it'll be a 16-foot table. We have the back door, the front doors, this big thing, that big box is my hood. Let's see how tall I am. Well, it's on a pallet, but it's big and long. And then we have, what else is in here? The windows. So we're just getting started. I figure that once he gets started with this, Lowe's has told me that they will work with me and we can keep many of the things there. I've heard from some of you that I have to watch out with that because some people have had experiences of their stuff getting accidentally sold. So we wouldn't want that either. So I did go back and I returned on paper those 2 electric stoves. I still need to call and pay for the last little bit of the cabinets that they sourced and also officially order that blue stove. I still haven't done that because I was gone and we got the news and we've been dealing with stuff, but I'm still committed to that gas stove. And I think I did this in the last video. I called the gas line company, getting all that worked out, except right now we have a gas tank by our back porch and Travis would like for them to move it just up to the back corner of the garage and then they don't have to run the line as long or any of that. So anyway, this is their biggest pod. It's I believe an 8x16. Also, what's nice with them is you can add on insurance. So if I have, you know, all my cabinets in here at some point, or if we then have, you know, all the whatever we have in here, this thing is supposed to take care of it, and if there's any issues, we have the value insurance on it, which makes me feel better about it. Okay, so let me walk you around in here. Okay, so here we go. This, yes. See how big that box, it's like a refrigerator box that hood is in. Oh, and then our chairs. Sorry, walking through the darkness. Our chairs that came, more of those metal chairs I have with our table now. I ordered 8 more. So we will have a whole lot of chairs. I think that's just a doorknob set. There's some of the packaging from the table. Anyway, there's our windows. And yes, they are white and our house is brown. I know, but my overall vision is we'll be getting the house, like even the brick painted. I have a whole Joanna Gaines wannabe thing I want to do with the outside of the house, and I figure that's fine because if we tried to order brown or any specialty colors, it's an order and it's a wait. And I don't know, with our luck, stuff coming in, maybe it would have been in already, but it just got me in the mindset of that's okay, we will go with white. Of course, I can paint a lot of this, but even as far as the windows, then we're gonna do a whole big outside renovation as well. And yeah, so anyway, and even so the back door has the little fake dividers. The front one does not, because that was also an ordered item and we could leave with these that day, and that is fine. Lots of light. So this is how our little pod unit is working out. All right, so now it is getting a little cold standing in the snow. Thanks for listening to this update where things fell apart, but it all came back together. Go team go. Tomorrow is going to start the kitchen project officially, and I will start a whole new video for you all to follow along with that. So thanks for listening to this update. If you would like to watch more of our garage to kitchen conversion videos, several of you have said you've enjoyed listening to my whole thought process as we've journeyed along the way. I will have that playlist available here, and I will also link it down in the description below. So I'll see you real soon with another brand new video. Bye-bye.